In lane 1, we have Willamette. Lane 2 is Avalon. Lane 3 is Kent Mitchell. Lane 4 is Cambridge. Lane 5 is SDRC. And lane 6, we have Los Gatos. They are lined up, and they are probably a minute away from a start.
Give us an opportunity with that time to mention to you that we have DVDs available of each individual race. These DVDs are available about an hour after the race is finished, and you can order one in the concessionaire's tent just to the east or to the right of the Jumbotron screen. They are beautifully covered by the numerous camera locations that we have throughout the race course. So if you have a desire to have a souvenir of this outstanding day in San Diego, the 2010 Crew Classic, stop by the souvenir booth and pick up your DVD of each and every race, available after about an hour after, and they have one race on each DVD and an opportunity to pick your loved one's race, your interest race, and keep a memento of that from our Crew Classic in San Diego.
Waiting momentarily for the timing system to come back to us.
As we wait, we'll go ahead and give you the breakdown again of the
Gentlemen, you are aligned.
They are aligned, ready to go.
Avalon, Kent Mitchell, Cambridge, San Diego Rowing, Los Gatos.
Avalon is getting a little
attention,
lined up, and they're ready to go.
Rest easy, rest easy. We are proceeding to a countdown start. Hands shall not be acknowledged. 5, 4, 3, start. We have lost alignment.
There's been a slight delay as some of the boats have drifted out of alignment.
Proceeding with a countdown start, gentlemen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attention. Go.
All boats are on the course. Again, we have Willamette in lane 1, Avalon in lane 2, Kent Mitchell lane 3, Cambridge in lane 4, San Diego Rowing Club in lane 5, and Los Gatos in lane 6. And at the start, we see Cambridge jumping out to an early 3-seat lead, followed closely by Kent Mitchell, and over in lane 5 we have the San Diego Rowing Club. They are just slightly ahead of lane 1, Willamette, and Los Gatos in lane 6 is at the end. As we're about the 250-meter mark, we have lane 4 with Cambridge about half a boat length ahead, followed by lane 3, Kent Mitchell, and a real fight in lane 1 between Willamette and lane 5 with San Diego Rowing Club. Lane 6 is Los Gatos, and then we have Avalon in lane 2, bringing up the back end. At the 500-meter mark, we continue to see that in lane 4, Cambridge is ahead, still holding on to about a 4-seat lead, followed by Kent Mitchell in lane 3, and then we have San Diego Rowing Club in lane 5, followed by Willamette in lane 1, and lane 2, Avalon.
Through the first 500 meters of this men's Masters E final, it is event number 30, and on the lead is the Cambridge Boat Club. They are in lane 4 and on the lead right now. In lane number 1, Willamette. In lane 2, Avalon Rowing Club out of Norwalk, Connecticut. Lane 3, Kent Mitchell Rowing out of Mountain View, California. Then our current leader, Cambridge Boat Club from the state of Massachusetts. In number 5, lane 5, San Diego Rowing Club, and Los Gatos Rowing Club is pulling out of lane number 6.
Alan, I can add a little bit to this Masters racing. This is a final only, and in the E category. Masters racing is defined by ages, and this group is divided into 55 to 60-year-old average, the E category, and this is a final only. So the first one to come across the line will be the winner of the Stewards Cup.
Still in the middle of our race, in the middle of the lane assignments, number 4, Cambridge Boat Club, continues to be on the lead. They are being shadowed, although dropping back slightly, by Kent Mitchell in lane 3. Then there is a considerable amount of open water until we get back to the San Diego Rowing Club and Los Gatos on the far outside. Along the shoreline is Willamette out of Portland, Oregon.
Looks like, Alan, we have a bit of a course problem with Cambridge. They're very difficult in some parts of this race course to keep on track. The buoys are difficult to see in that it turns into a parallax scenario. It looks like Cambridge may have drifted over into lane 5's water, and we'll see what the referees have to say with that. They're making a radical turn back into their water, lane 4, and we'll see how if they can turn back into the lane without affecting Kent Mitchell. For those of you out there in Masters rowing, it's really a great treat to see these guys out rowing again. Many of you know these guys who are rowing on the water. Many of you have only read about them in books. Many legends out there on the course now. Kent Mitchell, the coxswain of the Kent Mitchell Rowing Club, is a gold medalist in the pair with, and Tiff Woods out there, and Ed Ives, and there's several Olympians, and it's a great tribute to the sport that these guys are still competing.
Well, Cambridge certainly lost a tremendous amount of ground and momentum with a very radical move. They went all the way out into another lane. They did not interfere with the boat out there because they had a lot of open water. But when they did their course correction, it really messed up their momentum and gave Kent Mitchell an opportunity to get back into this race. So right now, Cambridge is clinging on, and you never know how much of a toll physically it takes out of a crew when they have to take that radical a move to get themselves back in the situation. As you might notice, Kent Mitchell is beginning to close ground here, and whether that move costs the Cambridge boat some momentum and some energy will remain to be seen. Currently, they do continue to cling to the lead, but ever so slightly, Kent Mitchell keeps moving up. Then we have open water back to the San Diego Rowing Club, more open water back to Willamette, and then all the way out to Los Gatos as the trailing boat. This is Cambridge moving along, and they are still on the lead. Kent Mitchell is challenging, and like I said, they have moved up ever so slightly over the last 500 meters. Whether they've got enough gas left to be able to overtake the Cambridge crew will remain to be seen. It is Cambridge by about 5 seats over Kent Mitchell right now, with open water back to San Diego Rowing Club, then to Willamette, Avalon, and Los Gatos. looking back at the front, it appears that possibly Cambridge might have enough to hold on, although Kent Mitchell keeps closing little by little as they move towards our San Diego Crew Classic finish line. On the outside is Cambridge. On the inside is Kent Mitchell, and it looks like it will be Cambridge hanging on to be able to win it over Kent Mitchell despite an almost disastrous result in the middle of our course. If you notice here, Cambridge in lane 4 will drift on out into lane 5. And when they did so, all of a sudden they had to come back almost at a 45-degree angle that you notice there to be able to get themselves righted and back into their own lane. In many cases, that will mean disaster and a loss, but somehow or other, Cambridge, with their lead, was able to move from lane 5 back into their own lane without two things happening. A, they did not physically interfere with the boat out in lane 5, and B, they were able to right the ship, so to speak, and be able to come through with the victory here. So unofficially, it was the Cambridge Boat Club as the winner of the Men's Master E Final.
And at this time, we are setting up the next race, which is the Kearney Johnson Memorial Cup. It's the final Women's Masters E. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 boats. We have in lane 1, Portland. Lane 2 is Avalon. Lane 3 is NBRC. And lane 4 is Mile High Rowing Club.